Good morning, children. A warm welcome to the academic year 2020-21. You all are now in standard 6th. I am Mrs. Tejaswini Jadhav and we will be beginning with our first online session of General Science. So let us start this online session with lesson number 1, Natural Resources. You can see a figure on your screen. In this figure, you can see birds and an aeroplane in the sky. A cow is grazing on the land. Here you can see some trees and a road on the land. There is a river flowing in which some fish and a sailboat can be seen. Thus, from this figure, we understand that some things are in water, some on land, and some in the sky, that is, in the air. Thus, all the things are associated with air, water, and land. Air, water, and land are called Earth's atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere, respectively. In these three spheres, living organisms are seen. So all these living organisms and these three spheres, they are together called as biospheres. These spheres have formed naturally on the earth. The atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. The surface of the earth consists of water and land, that is the hydrosphere and the lithosphere. Next we will see about natural resources. Air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. Sustaining it is nothing but to keep something or somebody alive or healthy for a long period of time. Air, water and land are the three main natural resources. Next we will see about the proportion of land and water. Here you can see water occupies 71% of the total earth's surface, whereas land occupies 29% of the total earth's surface. It means the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. Also, we look upon these natural components in solid, liquid and gaseous form as resources. In other words, we use them to fulfill our basic needs. Now, let us know more about air. As we have seen, the atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth, and the air is a mixture of different gases. There are 5 layers of atmosphere. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. In these 5 spheres, the proportion of total mass of the gases in the air is different. Do you know what are the constituents of air? The constituents of air are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, 6 inert gases, water vapor and dust particles. The troposphere contains 80% of the total mass of the gases in the air, while the stratosphere contains 19% of the total mass of the gases in the air. Further, in mesosphere and ionosphere, the total mass of the gases in the air goes on decreasing. Gases are not found in exosphere. Here you can see the proportion of the various gases in the air. Nitrogen occupies 78% in the air, while oxygen occupies 21% in the air. Carbon dioxide occupies 0.03% in the air. Argon occupies 0.9% in the air and the other constituents of air occupies 0.07% in the air. It means that nitrogen occupies much larger part as compared to the other gases in the air. As we have seen, the troposphere contains 80% of the total mass of the gases in the air and this proportion will goes on decreasing in stratosphere, mesosphere and ionosphere. It means that the amount of total mass of the gases in the air is higher at the surface of the earth. As we go higher from the earth's surface, the amount of total mass of the gases in the air goes on decreasing. That is, the air becomes rarer at higher altitudes. Let us now see about the uses of gases in the air. Nitrogen is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuff. It also helps living things in build up necessary proteins. Oxygen is necessary for respiration in living things and for combustion. Combustion, it is nothing but the burning of fuels. Carbon dioxide is used by plants in the process of photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis can be seen here. Argon is used in electric bulbs. Helium is used for generating lift in airships and also for obtaining low temperature. Neon is used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Krypton is used in various fluorescent tubes. Xenon is used in flash photography. So here argon, helium, krypton, neon, xenon, these are all the inert gases. The living world on the earth is sustained due to the balance between various gases and other constituents in the air. The atmosphere is a very important filter. It allows the light and heat of the sun reaches to the earth, which is important for life. So children, in today's session we have learned about the three layers of the earth: natural resources, proportion of land and water, layers of the atmosphere, constituents of air and their uses. So, in next session we will be learning about air pollution and ozone layer.